Now lucky for me, this is not an exterior wood solid core door, because it would be a lot heavier. Lots of times with the metal clad doors, they're not as heavy, so it's actually pretty light per se. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is lift this up and start at the top and put the top hinge pin in. And it cracks me up. Some people, I've seen them, they try to wedge the door on the bottom one and then try to start the bottom one and then work their way up and swivel the door up. I don't do it that way. I just want to get the top knuckle and the center knuckle. I don't even want to beat it down, because if I don't have this perfect, you think, just take a hammer and whack it down there. And if I had this tweaked out further, let's say, and you start beating it in, you could bend the hinge pin. I've seen it done. And okay, so I could let go of the door right now and nothing's going to happen, because I've got this pin at least down 3/4 of the way into the first knuckle of the door jamb. Does that make sense? Okay, so now I can get it on the other hinges easier than not. Okay, the rest of the way. So I still have to be careful, because I can see the bottom. See, even if I had this hinge about ready, I don't want to start beating it until I know that the bottom one is going in. Because again, you can do the same type of thing, because I got the rubber handle, I could hit the bottom of that. I don't want to line up the bottom one just yet. I just want to get the top one, or this middle one, started right there. And it popped in too far, so I just lift up on the door. And see, that went down all by itself. I didn't have to touch it. I don't want to beat it down just yet until I get the bottom one. Okay? Don't ever do stuff like that. Just work. I know it's not going to go down. I have to pull the bottom of the door to get, look, and it's going down. I could take my hammer, the rubber bit on it. I mean, I've seen people just take this and bang, 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 or just put it on the door and slide this down. And now all of a sudden, because your door is pre-painted and stuff, you got some nice marks on your door. I mean, how hard was that? Okay, so this one I could get up there, or I could just tap on it. And when I tap on it, I'm just going to use the tip, the front edge, and just a little bit, because I don't want to mark up the door. That's all the further. I don't need to pound that all the way down, because if I have to take the door down again, then I'd have to get my nail set out, do all this kind of stuff. This is down far enough. I got it down about the same all the way. If I have to take it out again, I start from the bottom with my screwdriver. Pop, 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 pop. And I take it down again. Okay, so I'm not going to shut the camera off. We're going to see together if I've bent it enough. Do you think I did? I just don't know. Okay, we're gonna close that, and we're gonna see, and it looks like I did not bend it enough. Dabbity nabbit. It looks about the same as it did before. Okay, tells me I've got to bear down on these knuckles a little bit more. There's only so much more I can do, though, because the back side of the door, I have to look at the back side, and that's where the wood is. The wood is almost hitting the door jamb, so there's only so much more I can do that, because if I were to put a straight edge on this door jamb here, it's going to have some dipsy doodles in it. And I know from this point I got almost an 1/8 and less than a 1/16 up there between the edge of the door and the door jamb. That means I can only I can't tweak this too much because then it's going to start rubbing up at the top. You see what I mean? There's only so much you can do to an existing door. Do you see? We're going to do the best we can with the existing conditions that we have. And when I get all said and done, what I could do at that point is then when we move the door over, oh, that's right, we still have to tweak that out at an angle, right, to move this over. So I could, in a sense, I could make that so that the top is going to be tight, the wood. It's not this gap. This is the metal clad before the wood. Remember? Here's the metal clad, stops right there, and the wood extends. So you've got the same thing in here, see? The same thing up there. And when I close that, it's almost hitting right at the very top. So I can tweak these just a hair further. Okay, that's what I'm going to do, because then after that, then I'll move the hinge out at an angle to fix this gap over here. Okay, this one's going to take a little bit, because even after that, I might be able to tweak these just a hair further. Let's say once I get the shim things out there, to get it up even higher. So I think it's a work in progress is what it is on this one. And hey, I got a few hours to burn over here at Auntie's. I might have to work over here until it's time for lunch or something. Okay, so now I am going to take the hinge pins out again. I want to prop the door open first, just a little. Okay, get my screwdriver, pop the two, and I'm not sure if I'm going to tweak the middle one again or not. I just don't know just yet if I'm going to do that. But we'll see. We'll see. I might just do. I can do whatever I want to do. That's the beauty of doing stuff on your own. Some of this stuff you're going to have to figure out on your own. That's what my videos are for, is to help you with that. Right? Okay. I can slide that over. Now I can lean it up so I can get everything back into position, get my door back down here, and tweak those hinges some more. That's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos, and hopefully you learned something. You spent a little time with VideoJoe. You saw what it takes. Patience and determination to get something done. A never give up attitude. And if that's you, that's what my videos will show you. How an average Joe is going to fix things around the house to save money. And you're learning it from an average Joe. What could be better than that? Because you can see all the trials and tribulations I go through in order to get something fixed. You'll be able to see how I Joe Guyver certain things in the future. If you choose to continue to watch my videos, you'll learn all that stuff. You'll learn how to save money. Keep that money in your pocket. Why pay somebody else when you can do it yourself? Alrighty then.